The path to retirement is different for everyone. And as life changes, so do priorities. Fidelity can help you get where you want to go. With a free personalized plan, goal tracking, and timely insights, you'll be set to take on retirement. Whether you're saving for it or already living in it. Get started at fidelity.com/takeon. Expenses charged by your investments and other costs and fees associated with trading or transacting in your account apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, member NYSE SIPC.
This is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Welcome to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Hallmark review podcast. I'm Megan, and I'm a longtime Hallmark fan.
I'm Wendy. I'm a former Hallmark hater.
Today we're discussing Holidazed episode 5, The Lewin Family, and we are recording live from Kansas City, where we are looking out over the Hallmark Christmas Experience Square. It's quite the setting for recording a podcast episode.
It sure is. That countdown to Christmas number out there, 5 days until Christmas. That's when we're recording this. Giving me lots of anxiety.
Well, the good news is by the time this episode airs, it will all be over.
Thank goodness.
We're going to jump right into some news and notes for Holidazed, starting with Dennis Haysbert plays Jennifer's dad, Robert. Dennis has 147 acting credits and is probably best known for playing President David Palmer on the series 24, as well as his longtime role as Jonas Blaine on the series The Unit. He's also a 2003 Golden Globe nominee for his role on The Unit. Also, I would like to point out that leaving off his iconic role as Jobu on Major League is criminal.
You know, does that have Charlie Sheen in it?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
It is not a movie that could get made today.
Oh, really?
Mm-mm.
Super offensive.
Yeah. In fact, the team gets bought by a woman who wants, I think she's maybe trying to get revenge on her ex-husband. I forget the deal, but she wants the team to lose.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was the premise of Ted Lasso as well.
Yeah, I know. As I said that, I don't remember the reason why she wants the team to lose, but she wants them to lose. She wants to sell them. I don't remember the whole deal is. She wants them to lose. They're terrible. And they're like, we're going to show her. We're going to win. And in the show, the coach has this reward system for the guys. Every time they win a game, they have a cardboard cutout of the owner of the team, who's a very attractive woman, and they peel off a piece of her clothing every time they win a game. That is not a movie that could get made in 2024.
Wow. Loretta Devine plays Jennifer's mom, Linda. Loretta is a Primetime Emmy Award-winning actress for her guest role as Adele Weber in Grey's Anatomy. She has 186 acting credits and also originated the role of Laurel in the Broadway stage production of Dreamgirls.
Robin Fanfare plays daughter Jennifer Lewin. Robin has 47 acting credits and has previously appeared on the network in one episode of The Good Witch from 2018.
Jeff Joseph plays husband Mike. Jeff is a 1990 Emmy nominee for outstanding writing in a variety or music program for a show called In Living Color. That show was very popular when I was in high school, so reading that feels hard.
Did you want to be a fly girl?
Of course. Mm-hmm. Yes, Jennifer Lopez, of course. As for acting, he has 51 acting credits, which include roles in A Million Little Things, Big Sky, and several Hallmark projects like Aurora Tea Garden Mysteries, Reunited, and It Feels So Deadly.
Aurora Tea Garden Mysteries does have the punniest titles.
They sure do.
Sodarius Blaine plays boyfriend Evan. We recently saw Sodarius in Christmas on Call. He's also known for his work on the ABC show Will Trent, as well as the theatrical movies Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, and the sequel, Jumanji, The Next Level. Big hits in my household.
Lennox Leacock plays son Max. Lennox is the son of Viv Leacock from When Calls the Heart. Lennox has 7 acting credits and has been seen in Hallmark projects like Crime Time Freefall and A Magical Christmas Village.
So we're going to jump right into the antics of the Lewin family. And if you remember from the first episode, Mom, Grandma, Linda makes a comment to her daughter, Jennifer, you might want to put Evan and I in a room far away in case we make noise. And we do open hearing Linda and Evan giggling through the walls.
They're having some fun.
they're having some fun. But it turns out they are having a pillow fight. It's contrasted with Dad Robert struggling to get out of bed. He's feeling those knees. He's in some pain.
Mm-hmm.
And damn, that's relatable.
Super relatable. The pillow fight, not so much.
Yeah, that's not a moment that feels like something I ever need to do in my
Maybe
life.
if I had a second husband, it might be.
If you were recapturing your youth.
If I was trying to feel younger because I had a hot young thing.
If you are unconsciously trying to make your ex-husband jealous
Perhaps.
of your fun and playful relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Robert's having a moment here in the mirror. To me, it felt like he was really feeling his age.
Definitely rubbing his gray beard.
Yep.
I mean, I feel that. So
Mhm. I do have to say that in the pillow fight, the actors really go for it. They like smash each other straight up in the face with those pillows.
you said the word smash, and all I thought was dirty. Okay, sorry.
All right, so Evan and Robert do run into each other in the hallway.
This was the greatest scene.
Well, I do want to say that this scene is echoed later in the series with two different actors from this episode. Evan's in his boxers. My favorite thing is Sedaris is like, no, you go. I know how it is when you're getting old.
Yeah, that's so mean.
Like, you're incontinent.
yeah.
It comes for everyone, Sedaris.
Yeah, you just wait your turn.
You think
dude.
forever.
I just love this scene because they're playing like that Western music. That's not how it sounds, but there it is. That's what it sounds like. Squaring off in the hallway of like who gets to use the bathroom first. It was quite clever, and I enjoyed it quite a bit.
We fast forward to the kitchen. There's some pumpkin gingerbread pancake making happening. Mike is trying to find himself again.
So I didn't realize that Mike was out of work until this episode. I don't remember them covering that in episode 1.
Well, episode 1 was chaotic, so it would be easy to miss some of those details. I didn't really remember that either. But yeah, he's out of work. He's in between jobs, and this entire episode will be him really kind of struggling to find his place. And right now he's trying to be like, a culinary master. While he's doing that, Jennifer's really struggling with what's going on with her parents. Like, what is happening?
She can't believe that her mom's boyfriend is so young. And they're making tons of jokes about it.
Tons.
I enjoyed that quite a bit.
In a contrast to poor Robert's aching knees, Linda and Evan are returning from their morning yoga class. Robert is clashing with Mike, with his daughter's husband. Robert has a lot of character growth in this episode, but in the beginning, he's real grumpy, real grouchy, real contrary.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, what you doing, man?
Isn't he like basically like calling Mike out for like not working?
Like, what are you contributing?
Right. Because like I think he's just being protective of his daughter because his daughter is like holding down the fort. She's the lawyer of the fam. Yeah.
Also in this scene, it seems like Linda and Robert are trying to like capture everyone's attention. Like they want to be the lead dog in this situation. Robert's doing it in like a way where he's trying to like support his daughter, and Linda's doing it where like, look at my fun new life with my boyfriend Evan. So Max and Mike have that project. They got to build a booth for the holiday stroll because Max does a gift wrapping booth in exchange for donations.
Yes, and Mike's like an architect or something like that,
so
right?
He's like designed this real complicated booth. And of course, Evan and Robert have a little bit of a argument over who's going to build the booth. And Max is like, why don't you both do it?
Yeah, so Max really puts everybody in an awkward position and asks Grandpa as well as boyfriend, like, oh, we can all work on it. You two can work on it together. Awkward all around.
Have you ever been in a situation where you're trying to like manage the energy of a situation and someone doesn't really like catch the vibe and you're like, no, that's not going to work.
Yeah.
But you can't really at that point do anything about it. Yeah, I felt for everyone in this situation when Max is like, let's all do it together.
I'm like, is he just a dumb kid here asking dumb questions, or is he truly trying to set these two?
Yeah, is he a mastermind?
Yeah.
Linda comes to Jennifer. Jennifer's working hard, and she finally tells her like why she didn't tell her about the age difference ahead of time. I mean, this seems like a no-brainer. Of course you're not going to tell your daughter about the age difference ahead of time. Like, who wants to have that conversation? My boyfriend's half my age.
I mean, I think I might say something instead of like just show up at the door and be like, here's my boyfriend who's 30 years younger than I am.
Yeah. Jennifer does say, like, well, it would be weird regardless, especially because you and Dad are both staying in this house. But it's especially weird when this guy is younger than Jennifer herself.
Right. Okay. True.
Linda really wants to spend some time with Jennifer, and Jennifer's like, yeah, not going to happen. Like, I don't even have time for a date night with my husband.
Who has time for date nights? Do you guys go on date nights? If you say yes, I'm going to throw this microphone across the room at you.
I mean, not regularly.
Like, do you set it out like, we're going to go on a date night tonight?
No, we don't do a ton of date nights. But the point here is what's going on is like Jennifer's working so hard. She doesn't have time for her husband. And paralleled with Linda and Robert, their marriage ended, come to find out, not because they like stopped loving each other, but just like they
Life
just
got in the
let
way.
each other go. And so Linda doesn't want that for Jennifer, is what she's hinting at here. Cut to Evan and Robert are fighting about building.
Like, this is what's so funny is there's so many things happening. Spoiler alert, this is one of my favorite episodes of the series so far. But like, it's a lot of scenes happening, right? Don't you think so?
Lots of back and forth.
A lot of back and forth. Like, let's just get to it at some point.
Yeah, but I think it makes it really fun to watch when it's like that.
Okay.
Could we just spend like 5 minutes on the drama of building the structure? Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to your point, we cut back again. Jennifer's like, let's do something fun. And Max is like, how about broom ball? And I was like, what? Broom ball?
I don't
There
even
are some elderly folks in this equation. Have you ever played broom ball?
I didn't know what broom ball was until this episode.
Well, I've only ever played broom ball on the ice. Like when we would go, this is like a classic like church activity. Like you go to the ice rink and you play broom ball.
Mm-hmm. It's like hockey, but you're on ice.
In your tennis shoes.
Oh, God.
And it is
Nope.
One time I went and they had to call the paramedics because someone slipped and smacked their head on the ice.
I bet.
And this was like late 90s before we wore helmets for everything.
Yeah.
So I imagine if you go play broom ball now, they require a helmet or at least suggest them. But
this broom ball was not on ice. It was in their cul-de-sac.
I mean, it was basically hockey with brooms, which I guess makes it broom ball. But I've never seen a weigh-in if broom ball is a thing that you're aware of, people playing, but not on the ice. Still seems kind of like a rough sport. Like if my kids were like, hey, grandma, grandpa, let's go play broom ball. I'd be like, grandma had 2 knee replacements.
Yeah, I can't imagine my daughter's grandparents doing this at all.
No.
No.
They'd be like, how about a card game, darling?
How about left, right, center?
So one thing I like about this broom ball scene is we get to see some of the other neighbors at the broom ball game.
Yeah.
Which is fun. It recenters us in the series a little bit. Of course, it's more like Robert and Evan drama. Robert's quite good at broom ball, in fact.
The fact that he scores like almost immediately and then he does the gritty, which I had to like call my almost 17-year-old daughter into the room. And I was like, look at what this guy's doing. And she's like, oh my God. She was like, secondhand embarrassment. But I was like, that is so funny that it was included in this movie. And he did it pretty damn well, I thought.
I mean, Dennis Haysbert can get it, man.
Totally.
What I think is there's a funny line Evan says to Linda. She's like, he says, is he always like this? And she goes, for the 35 years I've known him, I am sorry. But those parents are older than 35. Jennifer is older than 35 years old.
Oh, 100%. She's in her 40s.
Yeah. So like Linda and Robert have known each other longer than 35 years.
Yeah.
If their daughter is at least 40 years old.
Yeah, the timing's not really working out here.
No.
It was kind of a throwaway line, though. Like,
I know.
it's only us would pick up stuff like that.
Sure. My favorite part, though, is like as Evan and Grandpa are battling it out, Grandpa body checks Evan straight over the little wall of hay.
Mm-hmm.
I laughed out loud.
Did you?
I thought it was hilarious.
It was funny. I agree. And I honestly didn't see it coming because Robert, up until this point, is like, my knees hurt. Everything hurts. But like ego got the best of him. It just checks him.
And apparently that's all they needed to do. Like now they like each other. Now they're bros. And Linda's like, what the heck, man? I liked it better when you were fighting. Don't be nice to each other.
Mm-hmm.
To the point that they go out for a drink together.
Yeah. Which this is where the episode starts to get good for me.
Yeah. And Grandpa's like, don't wait up.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. They go out to a bar. Like, well, first before that, they kind of like have a meeting of minds. They find out that they played soccer. They played the same position in soccer. This was like while Evan was like icing his knee. Anyway, then they go out for a drink and etc. Whatever.
So at the bar, they connect over scotch and Al Green.
Mm-hmm.
And what I love is Robert's like, do you really know who Al Green is? And he's like, well, I didn't, but I do now.
Because of your ex-wife.
And this is one of those things you're like, oh, he's not actually connecting with Evan. Like, he's connecting with Linda.
Yeah, okay.
By proxy.
Yeah, sure.
But a hottie at the bar is giving Dennis Haysbert the eyes. She buys him a drink.
This was really funny because Robert here finally gets like super vulnerable and he's like, look, I've been out of the game a long time. I don't know what to do here.
Mm-hmm.
And Evan like really steps in as wingman, I think. And he's like, oh, you got this, bro. Like he was very supportive of it and like just tells him to go over there and encourages him to go talk to her. And then Robert does, which is a little surprising to me.
Yeah, he gets Nurse Gale's phone number.
Nurse Gale. Well, when they come back, this made me laugh out loud. He goes, we airdrop numbers. And then he's like, where do I find the number after she airdropped it? And I laughed because that is me, but also like, that's really funny. Super funny.
Super funny. This evening also shows us Max coming to talk to his dad because there's something going on with Annie. It's like, she's being weird.
Max does not realize that Annie likes him and is feeling jealous about that other girl. It's nice that we see this scene because it obviously ties the two movies together from the Woods family.
Yeah.
Family.
Yeah. The next morning, Linda wakes up all alone and she is not happy about it. I mean, obviously they must have come home. Like, did Evan come home, go to bed, get up before she did?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what happened.
And so Evan and Grandpa are in the garage, dancing and working.
When they're working on building that booth for the stroll, like there's music playing, like it's a cute scene. Like they're definitely vibing.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote in my notes, I need these two in a buddy movie.
So fun together.
I don't need any more holidays. I need Sedarius Blaine and Dennis Haysbert in a movie together.
My favorite thing is Jennifer says to her mom, you found the perfect guy for dad.
That was so funny. And even Mike said something too that was really funny.
You found Robert only younger.
Yes. Yes. Those were some great lines.
He then teaches Evan how to make the perfect over easy egg. And Jennifer wants her dad to help her with some work. Like, can you brainstorm case law with me? He's like, man, it is time to play. It is not time to work.
Yeah, don't you really see like Robert kind of his spirit is awakening?
Yes, he's
from
softening
the beginning.
Yeah, and we're starting to see Linda's like, well, since when do you take time off for fun? And he's realizing like his life is passing him by. Like he missed out on certain things because he was so focused on work. And I know it's a movie or a series or whatever it is. But like, that's valid. Like sometimes your life is work. Sometimes you're like you got a family to feed. You got bills to pay.
Right.
Sometimes being in your 40s sucks. Robert's like, oh, look, I still got this life ahead of me. Let's live it. Gail invites Robert to join him at the stroll. And Evan's like, yo, you got to level up the wardrobe, man.
This is one of my favorite scenes when they go out shopping.
The chemistry, like the friend chemistry between Evan and Robert is so good in this shopping montage.
I agree.
It's like the hotness of Sedarius Blaine plus Dennis Haysbert has these like deadpan reactions plus the music. It's so fun.
I have a note about the music. The lyrics were, I know how to bow chicka wow it. Make that booty go bow wow wow. I wrote it down because I was so shook that this was coming from a Hallmark project.
I'm going to tell you, spoiler alert, there is straight up bow chicka wow wow reference music coming in a later episode. It's in my notes. We'll talk about it. I don't think it's accidental.
During this shopping scene too, Evan is looking for a gift for Linda, his girlfriend, a Christmas gift. And Robert finds a lamp and he's like, this is it. This is the gift for her. It's kind of like not a big moment. It turns out being like a bigger moment when he gives the gift. The shopping scene is more about Robert and like getting updated in his wardrobe and like getting a haircut and a shave and all this stuff so he can go out on his date with Gail.
Yeah, and the lamp like projects like the northern lights And we learn Linda has had like a lifelong dream.
Yeah.
And Evan's like, this is not an exciting gift, but wait for it. Back at home, Jennifer's wrapping Mike's gift, which is a shirt.
Look, don't dog on a shirt. My husband, you know what he wants for Christmas? Shirts from Brooks Brothers. So sometimes you just need some new shirts.
I like clothes. I do like when Linda says a Christmas gift is a way to say, I see you.
That's too much pressure.
I agree with you. Is it too much? Like,
Yes,
given
it's
the
too much
number
pressure.
for every gift-giving holiday.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I agree with you, right? I'm going to give Christmas gifts every single year.
To multiple people.
Yeah. And
So you
some
gotta
years,
see every person. No, too
some
much pressure.
years I do find I'm like so excited about gifts. I've had years where I'm like, this is a great gift. And I've had years, and this is one of them, where I'm like, I'm just checking the box.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I don't love these people, but because year over year over year, it's not always possible to find like,
It's not
this gift speaks to you.
Yeah. I mean, I like the sentiment that Linda's laying down here, but also that's too much pressure to put on somebody.
Look, Linda doesn't want Mike and Jennifer to be in the same position that Linda and Robert are, to like
Right.
grow apart. But sometimes life is just going through the motions. In walks Grandpa Looking Fly, and now Linda learns that Robert has met someone. They're having cocktails and gifts before they head out to the stroll.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, was it clear? Are they just doing like one gift, or is this when they do all their gifts? Like it's Christmas Eve.
I don't know. I think maybe it wasn't clear, but maybe they're just exchanging one gift.
Yeah. Jennifer's shirt is not a hit, but Evan's Northern Lights lamp is.
Yeah, Linda has like a real moment. Like, this is her
Yeah.
big epiphany.
I always had to cancel my trip. Something always came up.
Like her family.
But can't you understand that feeling of like, I had this dream and like, yeah, stuff got in the way.
I understand it. Yes.
Like, I don't think she's like, my family, but she's like, yeah, I did sacrifice things that I wanted in the name of living life.
Yes. I mean, I do agree with that. But on the flip side of it, I was like, everybody has to sacrifice something. I'm sorry you didn't get to go see the Northern Lights.
Sure, but she is appreciative of it in this moment. Evan does take credit for the gift. I kind of wanted him to be like, Robert, help me out.
Linda knows. She looked at Robert. He gave her a wink.
Well, and she does later say something to them. Like she looks at him while, she hugs Evan.
Yeah.
She does later say something to him. But at the stroll, cut back to Max's love life. And he's talking to Stephanie Gisandi about Annie. And Robert had told Gail he'd be wearing a Santa hat and jingle bells. So he's wearing a Santa hat and jingle bells.
I don't love it.
Like, she knows what you look like. It's not like one of those, like, I'll be the one in the Santa
It was on
hat.
a blind date.
Yeah.
Yeah, and plus he's looking like so nice now too. Not that he didn't look nice before, but like he's all freshened up now. Don't put a stupid Santa hat on. Stop it.
Yeah, he's got his nice new wardrobe. He's got jingle bells on. Linda does try to sabotage her date a little bit. His date a little bit. Evan calls her off, but she insists on accompanying Robert to get hot cider for everyone. And this is where she's like, I know you picked that gift. I know it was you. And they talk about like, we learned the hard way about time and priorities. And Robert's a pretty good dude here. He's like, I'm glad you found someone to see the Northern Lights with. He's not like, run away with me. Not yet.
Oh, is that a spoiler?
No, I'm just saying, like,
Do they get back together in the final episode? Megan's already seen it.
in this moment, Evan, he can see something happening with Robert and Linda. And he's like, yo, us guys got to stick together. Like, I helped you with Gail, back off on my lady. And all of a sudden, we are not bros anymore.
Yeah, their little bromance went sideways real fast.
Yes. And this made me so sad. Evan bumps into Robert. Robert falls down and
Yeah.
hurts his knee. Something about an older man falling down breaks my heart.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't watch the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight because
I did
that's-
watch the Jake Paul
so
Mike
did
Tyson
I,
fight.
and I felt real bad watching it the whole time.
I
was
didn't
like-
watch the whole
I was
thing.
like, he's an old man.
I was like, this is making me uncomfortable. I can't watch.
Yeah, but it was same kind of sentiment though.
Yes. Linda's mad at both of them for acting like children, and now everyone's arguing. We see Max run by. Annie kisses them at the stroll. She takes the selfie.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Max runs away. Mike goes to check on him. And this is my second favorite scene because Linda and Jennifer go to the store. And while they're in the store, Linda tells her daughter, like, she's seeing the man she used to love in Robert, and she's like, we did so much together before life got in the way. And Jennifer says, how did that happen? And Linda says, simply, quietly, without even noticing.
Yeah, for sure.
At home, Robert and Evan are at home, and they're like kind of apologizing to each other, and Robert's icing his knee from his fall. And when the ladies get home, Gail has also arrived with soup, and boom, the lights go out.
And that's the end of our episode.
That's the end of our episode. Do you bring soup to an injured person?
No, I don't. I'm not going to bring soup to anybody.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Girls Gone Hallmark, a Bramble Jam podcast in the spirit of the holidays. Come hang with us for the rest of our Holidazed marathon, or churning out a new Holidays recap every single day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
All right, friends, before we go, just a quick heads up. You're about to hear some ads. These little gems help us keep the show running and the Hallmark love flowing. So do with that info what you will. Grab a snack, hit the skip button, or maybe, just maybe, listen in and discover your new favorite product.
Is it just me, or is it getting really hard to figure out the best way to save for retirement? Fidelity can help you find clarity so you can save the best way for you. With a free personalized plan, goal tracking, and timely insights, you'll be set to take on retirement your way. Get started at fidelity.com/future. Expenses charged by your investments and other costs and fees associated with trading or transacting in your account apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, member NYSE SIPC.
No matter what happens to your phone this holiday, whether it crashes down the chimney or gets broken like a New Year's resolution, Verizon's got you. Now's your last chance to trade in any phone, any condition from one of our top brands and get a wonderful new iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on Unlimited Ultimate and iPad and Apple Watch Series 10. That's up to $2,000 in value. So you'll save big on 3 amazing Apple gifts, only at Verizon. Service plan required for iPad and Apple Watch. Up to $2,000 value based on iPhone, iPad, and Apple Watch. Trade in and additional terms apply. See Verizon.com for details. Apple Intelligence available now.
Did you know that parents rank financial literacy as the #1 most difficult life skill to teach? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app for families. With Greenlight, you can set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on your kids' spending with real-time notifications. Kids learn to earn, save, and spend wisely, and parents can rest easy knowing their kids are learning about money with guardrails in place. Sign up for Greenlight today at greenlight.com/podcast.
Bye.
Saving for a lifetime? Investing for the first time? Becoming debt-free? You can do anything you put your money to. Learn how to make your money work harder with money, career, and investing tips in our Women Talk Money community. Plus, get in on free events and candid convos. Join today at fidelity.com/womentalkmoney. Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Fidelity Brokerage Services, member NYSE SIPC.
Parents, did you know that only 50% of U.S. adults are financially literate? Millions of people don't fully understand how to manage money, and it's up to you to not let your kids grow up into that statistic. With Greenlight's educational money app and parent-controlled debit card, you can teach them how to earn, save, and invest wisely. The earlier they learn, the better prepared they'll be to manage their money and build a financially secure life. Give your kids the financial edge they need. Sign up for Greenlight today at greenlight.com/podcast. That's greenlight.com/podcast.
Ever wondered how to save for retirement? Advocate for yourself in the workplace? Pay down debt? Women Talk Money is here to answer all your money questions. Click or tap the banner to join the community today. Brought to you by Fidelity's Women Talk Money.
Did you know that parents rank financial literacy as the #1 most difficult life skill to teach? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app for families. With Greenlight, you can set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on your kids' spending with real-time notifications. Kids learn to earn, save, and spend wisely, and parents can rest easy knowing their kids are learning about money with guardrails in place. Sign up for Greenlight today at greenlight.com/podcast.
Is it just me, or is it getting really hard to figure out the best way to save for retirement? Fidelity can help you find clarity so you can save the best way for you. With a free personalized plan, goal tracking, and timely insights, you'll be set to take on retirement your way. Get started at fidelity.com/future. Expenses charged by your investments and other costs and fees associated with trading or transacting in your account apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, member NYSE SIPC.
Did you know adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't? From swimming lessons to piano classes, as parents, we invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But how much are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids essential skills like earning, saving, and investing, giving them the tools for financial confidence. This investment costs less than an after-school treat at Starbucks. Start prioritizing their financial education today with Greenlight. Invest in their future at greenlight.com/podcast. Did you know that parents rank financial literacy as the #1 most difficult life skill to teach? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app for families. With Greenlight, you can set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on your kids' spending with real-time notifications. Kids learn to earn, save, and spend wisely, and parents can rest easy knowing their kids are learning about money with guardrails in place. Sign up for Greenlight today at greenlight.com/podcast.